Okay, guys, that's the last video for today, but I just want to talk about something from a different direction. I was going to talk about Andrew Tate is the male version of Girl Boss, but moving on from that because I found something while I was doing the video I've just deleted. I come up with a better topic. So your skills are important, and the reason I want to bring the skills up is they're transferable through life. Now, for myself, I can fix computers, work out networks, do electrics, carpentry. My rendering's not fantastic, but works on my house, so I'm not grumbling. It saved me a few quid. Um, but these skills are things that you can earn money directly and indirectly. Wink, wink. So I'll take you back a few years when I was a locksmith. So I used to do locksmithing in the evening because, to be fair, I was struggling financially because I'm not going to mention my ex because I'll get earache. Um, but let's just say we had a high outgoings. So I took a locksmith course and started a locksmith business, and it wasn't difficult. It was like literally yellow pages and just wait for calls to come in, give a rate, go and do the locks. It's making about £700 a week on average. In fact, I'd say 700 was the lowest because on a good week it could be 2,000. A lot of them would do it off the books, and that's just for your knowledge. You know, I wouldn't advise people to do things cash when people have already paid taxes on their incomes in the first place. So they've already been taxed, so why do they want an extra 20%? Just saying that out loud, just to show there is opportunity in there. But this may be one for you, Stephen, because it's not difficult, and I think it's one that you could get started quite easily, and you've got a good set of clients, judging by the other stuff you do. Anyway, so I'll give you an example of how I developed it as a business quite quickly. I got a call about 11 o'clock at night, and it was from a converted church, which is now flats, and this woman locked herself out. So it turns up, she's there with her boyfriend, and it's like 10 minutes from the house. Now, a call out's normally 100 to 130 pounds. It's probably more than that now. But she was she was saying she was a student nurse, just got home, still got her uniform and that on. So since I was actually going to the pub, I says, I'll just charge 30 quid. So I opened the door. It didn't take me long, and charged her £30. Now, the reason I do lock openings rather than ripping the lock out is A, I can do it, and B, it's not hard to learn, and I can give you where to find the websites and whatever to learn the skills. And a lot of it is stuff you can learn yourself. The second part of that is not only can you learn it yourself, the second part is it's free. Most of it's free. The hard bit is getting all the locks, because the first weekend I did my training, I opened 300 locks. So that puts it in perspective. It's not difficult. It's just one of those things you sit and practice. I'm looking at my guitar and thinking, that's far harder than opening door locks. Way harder. But anyway, so I opened the door. I know she was a nurse, didn't have a lot of cash, she's a student nurse. So I just said, just call it 30 quid. I didn't think much of it, because I gave her a business card. She gave me 30 quid, and that was my beer money for the night. Like I says, it was one of those jobs that you weren't really going to do because you were going to go to the pub anyway. It was bad timing because you were just about to go out the door. Matt, you're going to the pub at 11 o'clock at night. If you know where to go. So anyway, the 30 quid, and I started getting steady calls from different people and things that I hadn't really engaged with. And then I found out that she had spoken to people within the NHS because she worked at the Worcester Hospital, the infirmary. Well, I think back then there was multiple. I think you had Castle Street, Worcester Royal Infirmary, was it Norwood, and I'm not sure the other one is over the other road. But there was multiple hospitals at the time. So the point being is, she'd put me down as a trusted person and a good person because A, I was cheap, B, I come out quite prompt, nice guy, blah blah blah, bang. So my phone number and business details went on all the notice boards, was in an email, and every doctor, every nurse, they all had my phone number for an emergency lock opening. It says, oh, he does special rates for the NHS, which was just a case of the timing. But the point being is, that's an NHS hospital. And you're not talking about 50 people, 100 people. You're probably talking 1,000. And then their dependents and their kids and whatever. So we could end up with a few thousand people out of one call. And that's a great sideline business. I just want to throw that in there. This is a good example of developing your own skills and trying to keep it cash. If you can, keep it cash. Because one of the things that they may be trying to get us all down the route of control, seeing who pays you, pays that, pay that. No. Try and keep it cash as much as possible. You control what goes in the bank. You control what you buy with it, because you may buy locksmithing equipment, you may buy a curry. It's up to you. You may have guessed I'm not a fan of just giving the tax man money for the sake of giving tax man. Oh, I'm going to say tax woman, because that's my girl boss, tax woman, that believes every penny in your pocket's theirs, a bit like a communist or a socialist. But that's what I sort of want to expand that out. This is an example from locksmithing. Works for electrics. It works for building, carpentry, being able to put conservatories together. There is so many sideline jobs that you can be doing on the side, cash in hand, developing on the side yourself as your own enterprise. You know, there's people I know that will sit and make, what is he doing? Bird houses out of pallets. Same as someone else I know was selling pallets. They would go and collect them from the trading estates and flog them cash in hand. There's so many enterprises out there you can do in your spare time. So when people tell me they don't have the money, they don't have this, my answer to that is, you are giving up when you're down that road. The road is not that. The road is, how do I make money? Not I can't make money. The road is, find a way to make money. And like myself, I sit here and I think and I come up with ideas. Some work, some don't work. The ones that don't work, I may fall flat on my face on them. And I'll look at the next idea, try again. And the bizarre thing is, even something that fell flat on its face before may suddenly become viable a year later because things connect. I was going to say one of the things I'm working on at the moment, but I won't, because I need to get it running as a business. If I start giving you the ideas, you'll be ahead of me. But anyway, guys, that was what I wanted to say. And like I say, Andrew Tate, I think the women really don't like him is because he is them. He is the way they are. That's what they hate and despise about him. He acts the way they like to treat men. He acts the way that, without arrogance and stuff, like a girl boss. I'm in charge. It's all self. And I think that's what they hate most about him. But anyway, I think I'm going to go on the Xbox tonight, I deserve it. I need a break today. Thanks for watching.